it's your girl Corazora here today to give you guys another podcast.
Help me!
Yes.
She brought me here without my authority. Please help me!
Alright, so verse, this is the one that you guys have been wanting for. Yes, this is Gabriel Galicha, who looks...
terrified.
Yes.
Yes.
Are you okay?
No!
Did you take any drugs?
That's a slight possibility.
Okay, then you should lay off the drugs. Well, in all seriousness, this is Gabe. Gabe, thank you so much for coming.
Hello, my name is... what you said.
Basically, I just wanted to say, Gabe, thank you so much for coming on here.
Yeah, of course.
I know that trying to get in contact with you for a minute has been kind of complicated.
Yeah, I got a new job and I'm working, instead of part-time, I'm working full-time now.
Right.
So.
But I'm happy that you're here. I honestly think that you're gonna come, especially in my last video. I told Kat, there's like a 5 to 10% chance he'll make it. Like,
honestly, I wasn't sure about it, but I feel like you're one of my close friends, so I had to come on.
Well, thank you, Gabe. I appreciate that. So, like the same thing with everyone else, I want to start off with an introduction to you, my friend, and I want to ask you the question that I asked everyone else just to see what's going on with you. Right now, your goal. What is it that you're trying to do in life?
Right now, honestly, save money. That's why I'm working full-time. Graduate. Honestly, I was thinking about getting my master's in English and creative writing, and I'm working on a story. You know, I like to... I've shown you a few stories that I've written, and I like to write short stories and just build worlds, and I'm working on something right now. A
little introduction to you. You were, I can't recall if you were the last member to join Legit Studios or not. Let me start off like this. You said you came junior year, right?
Yes.
At Logan?
Yep.
And I didn't meet you till senior year?
Yep.
Right? Yeah. Yep. You met Michael junior, or was it senior year?
Yep. I think it was senior year because, in all honesty, in junior year I would hang out with Frank at lunch because I would play Yu-Gi-Oh! And he was the only guy I actually knew that played in Logan. Now I know there was like a ton more people. I kind of only knew him and a few others. They weren't that good. Like, yeah, it was bad. They weren't that good.
After that, then you met Michael.
Oh yeah, and Frank introduced me to Michael. Then, wing bang boom. This all happened.
I did not know that you met Frank first. Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. We had PE first. PE when I joined because when I joined when I was in high school, my first year, I actually broke my collarbone, so I couldn't participate in PE. So I need to get those prerequisites, and I had to take it with the freshmen, sophomores, I believe. So that's how I met him.
Before I even go into Legit Studios, I want to say that for later. So right after Logan, you went to community college.
Yeah, Chabot.
And Chabot. And what is it that you're going to Chabot for again?
English, but the thing is, the reason why I'm staying there so long is because one thing came out after another, and I kept on changing my major. First off, a Kat in nursing, how you were surprised that she was forced to do it. In the Philippines, like, you're not successful unless you got one of the big things like a doctor, a lawyer, or anything like that.
Right.
And so my dad's wasn't like that, but he did mention physical therapy.
Oh,
and
okay.
The thing is, I don't like science.
You don't?
I don't like science, no.
Really? Oh, wow.
No.
I like science.
Science is hard.
What don't you like about it?
The thinking.
God dang it, Gabe. Okay.
But there's just a lot of research, and you have to remember a lot of things, a lot of laws and rules. It's something that it kind of limits your creativity. I like to world build, be creative more in my actions. And I feel like, sure, science and math, they're really, you can do anything, you can make anything, but it's more logical than more creative.
Out of this world, I guess.
Yeah, well, the both kind of, you just gotta be more logical with all that.
Wow, I'm surprised you're not a video game designer, because from the way how you think, I could see doing that, like a director of creating a new game or something indie, you know?
Oh, yeah, no, for example, like becoming a writer of a video game, or just like coming to a screen. I forgot what they're called, where like they write boards with like certain actions, one in
a storyboard or
storyboard, yeah. Like author or something like that.
Oh wow! And right now your major is English.
Oh no! After physical therapy, it was like firefighting.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I got into the like a junior academy ish, but then I kind of like, you know what? This isn't really my thing either.
Well, how long were you there for?
Half a semester.
Half a semester.
Yeah.
How was the experience so far that made you want to change your mind?
Again, it's more in the medical field. And that's more learning more human anatomy. And honestly, it's an honorable like job,
of course, yeah.
It's just something that's really
demanding.
Demanding, yeah. Physically, mentally, emotionally as well.
That's why I was honestly, I told you I was considering wanting to become a firefighter.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
Because I kind of got a little inspired and I wanted to do something big. And then I did understand that when it came to firefighting, it was very demanding. Honestly, I kind of wanted to become a wildfire firefighter. Like the forest fighters that deal with the.
Good luck with California because you're gonna fight a lot.
Oh no, exactly. That's why I was just like, I do want to. I was just like, because it is kind of like helping the cause and everything. But then I understand that there was risks. People died from doing that, obviously, and I was just like, oh wow. And then obviously my mom and would tell me like, no, you're not gonna do that. I don't want to worry about you knowing if a tree's gonna fall on you or something. And I was like, I got guilt trip. So it's still a thought, but
just don't have a tree fall on you.
No shit, Gabe. Okay, and then after the firefighter, then what came next?
Oh, business.
Business. And how long was that?
Oh, actually, like a semester or two.
Oh, wow. What made you want to go into business and then get off from it?
Well, it was mainly for, what my parents do. And like, oh, okay, I can do this.
Insurance, wasn't it? Your mother or stepmother?
Stepmother and father.
Oh, both insurance?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, okay, yeah.
I'm actually registered with California to sell insurance. I have been for a while.
Oh, shit. Okay. Uh-huh.
But the thing is, it's more, I like to talk to people, but talking more of my financial things, but you get to think about my personality as well. Where they can't really see me in a professional setting with people I'm trying to talk with. That's also another barrier I have to go through, but it's also with learning the system and how it all works. I understand some of it, but not all of it. So it kind of didn't really help me out at all. And honestly, business, working with money, it's cool and all, but I don't really see myself being happy in the future working with it.
I see. Okay. So you felt like you were just playing it safe, and really, that's not what you wanted.
Yeah, it's kind of like with other things, physical therapy, firemen. Like, I could see myself doing them, but it wouldn't be really make me happy. It'll bring in the money, like what I'm doing now, but in the end, I'm just going to be rolling with a ball in life and not really doing much.
Oh, wow. Okay. So then after that, then what you go into next?
Oh, English.
And then that's when you're currently going for now?
Oh, yeah, no, kidding me. I knew I was an English major since middle school.
What? Why?
Oh, because in 8th grade, I had an English teacher that before class started or in the middle of class, he would make a prompt and we would write stories about it. And it was honestly, he kind of really inspired me. It also didn't hurt. I read the whole Percy Jackson series, all 5 books in 2 weeks. There was that, and I'm Camp Half-Blood all the way. Screw Harry Potter.
You don't like Harry Potter?
No. I mean, you got boy, orphan with a stick, doing magic, fighting a snake man, and you have the son of Poseidon with Riptide, a sword that a pendant becomes a sword, riding on a Pegasus, fighting gods. What sounds more skinny snake man? Fucking gods!
So you're more towards like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do like Harry Potter, but I did grow up more on Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. It is more.
It's more of an epic.
Yeah, it's more of an adventure, and it's a lot more like interesting characters in my opinion.
Well, thing is, Harry Potter does have interesting characters.
No, they do, but I feel like they have more.
No, but the thing is, I feel like the book expands more about them because in the movie setting, they only focus on mainly Harry, and sure, there's these other characters, but I didn't really grew to like. Oh no, he died!
Oh no, the books have way more characters, but the movies took them out.
Oh no, I'm not surprised. And then the thing is, the movies are like, oh, okay. Oh, the final movie came out. Neat.
Yeah, and then like certain changes have to be made. Like Stephen King's that movie, The Tower. Like the 1.5 hour movie that people were like, it should have been way longer.
No,
I've
heard like it's still ongoing and.
Oh, is it? I didn't. I thought they stopped because they didn't do too well.
No, I'm talking about like the books. Like it's an ongoing story.
Oh no, yeah, the books are still going because they're doing very successful. I actually want to get into reading them. But the movie though, that good job.
I mean, it was a cool trailer.
But yeah, English. And how long have you been in Chabot for?
Since 2015, but it's on and off. Like, it's just not that because I have also had some tragedies in my family.
Right.
For example, my stepdad passed away, and it was kind of hard to just get the ball rolling from there.
Right.
Another one is like I took a break from a semester, or a semester or two, where I took not kind of a break where like I only took one class. Because I was still figuring out, like, I'm not interested in this subject. Let me just go to this one.
You're figuring it out.
Yeah, that's what community college is. But it was kind of hard to just kind of pinpoint what to do. It's kind of hard to just say, like, hey, I want to write stories and do English. Instead of, like, especially since writing itself isn't really a viable career.
Right.
Unless you make it big and get actually published with a good publisher.
I had a teacher in the Academy of Arts. She told me, because I took a writing class, right? So I could do scripts and everything. She said that for her career, how she manages to keep it stable is that she does teaching while she writes.
Yeah, that's the thing. Where you have to, writing always had to, even though you love being a writer, you want to make stories, writing is always a secondary. That's
Yeah, it
the
has to be
unfortunate
your
thing.
side job. Yeah.
Until you make it big or do something else.
Right.
But that's the most difficult thing to make into the industry.
Okay. And then you said you want to get a master's in English.
Oh yeah, I'm looking into it. Possibly just online learning because I don't really want to go somewhere.
Right.
Also, I would love to go somewhere, but that's just a new set of people, new things, and I'm not sure if I want to do that.
Right. And then your schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
Well, also, there are schools out there that kind of focuses on certain subjects better than others around my area.
Of course, yeah.
So yeah, and they offer online schooling. So if I just do this stuff online while work, then I just gotta find a balance and just work it all out.
When you take a semester, if you don't mind me asking, how many classes do you take?
I take at least 3 or 2 because when I tried taking 4, a lot on my plate, especially with work.
Try 6. That shit was hard for me. Like, I think that's part of the reason why I got burned out.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, no. I didn't. Oh, the thing is for me is because I did 3 years at the academy, and I technically only have 2 semesters because I have technically 10 classes left, and then I can get my bachelor's. Before I left, I was taking 6 classes.
You didn't try getting your master's for it?
No, I don't need a master's for acting. There are plenty of people who've done acting that barely got out of high
Why are you
school.
trying getting a bachelor's for it?
Well, yeah, I mean, I got my associates, which is still cool. A bachelor's is cool, but then again, it's acting. I mean, it will definitely help. It'll give me experience for sure.
But when master's, sure, it's smaller, but can't you at least try to get that at least? Say that, hey, I've got this one at least.
Well, the problem was that I was thinking about that at like during my 2nd and 3rd year. Unfortunately, with the academy, I had issues. I had to do with the required classes. 2 of the required classes were...
You could have gone to a community college for that.
Exactly. History of the 15th century, history of the 19th century, and I took them 3 times each. I could not pass that class. It was incredibly difficult for me. And the dude was a dick. Because, like...
Was there only one teacher?
Yeah, there was only one teacher.
Oh, wow, that sucks.
And every time I wait after class to go talk to him, I'd be like, hey, like, I need some help. I'm kind of struggling. He'd be like, look, he's like, if you need any help, everything's online. I already explained it. I have the ferry to go to. The ferry doesn't wait for me. I have to wait for the ferry. So, and I was like... But you're a teacher. The fuck are you a teacher for? Or if you're not gonna
ferry home?
Yeah, because this was in San Francisco.
Oh.
So then why do you have a class right before then? I mean, you gotta know students are gonna want your help.
Can't you contact him online?
No, he had instructions online, and even though I was following the instructions, I was struggling.
Oh.
Right?
Okay. Well, did you cheat?
Hell yeah, I tried to
Wow.
cheat. Hell yeah, I tried to cheat. Fuck yeah, I have no problem admitting that. Yeah, of course. But like, regardless though, I could not pass it. Until finally, in the very last fucking minute I did. The same thing with 19th century. I think it was because of those classes that I just got burned out. Because I was
the
like...
19th century was before the 20th.
No, really. But that is why I did get burned out though, because I was putting so much effort into that and so much money, and I was just like, nah. I told my mom, I was like, I don't want to do it no more. I think those classes killed it for me. Because if I knew that's how demanding they were, I would have went to Chevelle. It's what it is, and I'm fine with where I'm at. I mean, I have something. When it came to Michael's thing, I understand that he got English, but I do feel like since Chabot...
He told me he got math. I was confused about that when I heard on the...
He told you got math?
Yeah.
How did he say that? I was like...
No, this is years before. Honestly, I think it's in years. I thought you said math. I was confused when you said English.
I don't know anything about that. Because when he told me that, I was like, what? And then, from what he said he didn't want to have acting for stage. And I was like...
Well, that's kind of weird because you could always translate stage acting to actual acting.
You could do it with any. Because it's experience. But I don't know. I guess Michael just wanted English. I think he's doing the thing where he's just trying to be safe. And I understand that, but if you're trying to do something, because I never hear Michael talk about anything else other than acting. But then, it's kind of...
I thought you wanted to be a director.
Yeah, Michael originally wanted to be a director, and then he switched it to acting, but I think I also know why. But we can get into that later. And so now you said you wanted to get a master's, and that you've been trying to finish. How many classes do you think you have left in Chabot?
Honestly, I just have 2 classes left to get my associates, and then I can transfer out. But this semester, it was kind of difficult because of the new job and all. It was really demanding, and they're both English, so they're essays and other writing requirements, sort of reading. And I would honestly do audiobooks, but because of my work, we're not allowed to wear headphones despite working in a warehouse.
Yeah, I know. That happened with me a few times. Me and my coworkers try to be slick with the earbuds. I just have a beanie over because we're just we're in a warehouse. Nothing's really going on.
No, but the thing is, you also got to pay attention because there's drivers. And
well, for you guys, yeah,
there's drivers around, so you always gotta watch out for that.
For us, we're just dealing with boxes.
Oh,
I don't know, they're being too safe. But I'm like, whatever.
Well, they also have their own supervisors around just catching on.
No, exactly. Yeah. All right. So Legit Studios. When Michael asked you to join the very first time, what was your reaction to it when he asked you?
Honestly, I was kind of happy. Like, he told me that he's planning on doing filming when we graduate, and I reached out, hey, are you guys gonna do the film thing? And then boom, we started doing it. And honestly, you guys' inspiration was Smosh. Mine was Nigahiga.
Mine wasn't Smosh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought it was... Oh, was it like Julius and Michael? Or
that was them.
Oh.
I mean, I like Smosh, but that wasn't my inspiration for wanting to do acting.
Oh, okay. No, but then... Well, for mine for doing comedy, like, and to make people laugh was honestly Nigahiga, because he's one of the OG. He's one of the ones that made YouTube really big with how to be a ninja, how to be a gangster, how to be emo, yeah.
I'll say this about myself real quick. When I was in middle school, I used to be very shy. And I didn't really talk to anybody like that. The thing for me, right, is that my inspiration for acting was that when I was in middle school, they were doing a play called The King with No Clothes. It was like an old children's book, right? Like this king that loved wearing clothes. And I remember that old story.
And scammers, like you said, we have the most wonderful wardrobe and outfit for you. And it's invisible.
It was bullshit, basically, yeah, and he fell for it, right? Yeah. And then he realized he had no clothes on. And then, I remember when I was in middle school, I've never seen a play before. And it's funny because I hate being in plays.
Wow.
But, like, yeah, I got inspired by it. Because when I saw the play for the first time, I saw all these actors, like, doing stuff on stage, and I was like, wow. And then they gender bended. I guess they had the king was a girl. And, like, she had clothes on and she had a mustache, though. So I think she was playing a guy. I wasn't sure. But like she had a fake mustache, and that's the first time I ever saw improv, because I remember when she was on stage, they were doing something towards the end, and her mustache fell off. And then she was like, well, anyway, she was like, I clearly don't need that anymore for clothes. And then I was just like, what? And when I saw that, because like for the very first time, because I was younger, right? I was thinking to myself, I was like, oh my God. I was just like, so wait a minute, she fucked up. I was like, oh my God, people are going to laugh at her. No, she went with it. And the fact that she did something like that in front of everybody, that shit was awesome. Because I was just like, she screwed up in front of an audience. She didn't give a fuck. Like, to me, that was inspirational. And that's when I was trying to figure out, like, what was that, right? And then I remember I talked to one of the actors. The actor literally was like, oh, we're what you call actors. Like, we perform in front of people. It could be this, or like movies. You watch movies? I was like, yeah. They're like, yeah, well, it's about movies and stuff like that, you know? Here, it's stage. I was like, wow. And then from then on, then I got more into it. And then that's when I told myself, I was like, Mom, I think I want to do film. I remember my mom's reaction. What? And I was like, yeah, I want to be an actor. Like, I actually think I want to try and do filming. And she was like, you know you're going to have to be in front of people to do that. And I was like, yeah, I know. But, like, I was like, after some time, I think I could try to get into it because I want to get out of being shy. I am pretty shy. I used to be quiet as fuck when I was young. Now I'm just like, hey, what's up?
No.
But that was my inspiration, though. But I didn't know that Michael and Julius was Smosh. Wow.
No, I just kind of got that because they were...
That's all they talked about. I remember that.
Yeah, before then, there was, like, what they all talked about. So.
Yeah, it wasn't YouTubers that got me wanting to be on YouTube. It was because I saw what people were doing on YouTube, and I was like, oh, it's a great way to get an audience.
You know, I was just like, oh, look, it's just funny skits like he was just doing by himself or, like, with friends, and it's just like, oh, this is like a fun thing to do.
We're back to Legit Studios, my friend, because this is about you. When it came to Legit Studios, what do you think of how the crew was before to how the crew is now?
Now we're not really much of a crew. Before then, we were.
Yeah. Why do you feel like that?
Because we don't really do anything now. I mean, we're all just kind of separate doing our own things.
Mm-hmm.
Before, we had more free time because we just got out of high school. Now, not so much.
And I do agree with that, yeah, because we all have our own things going on. And even if that was the case, we still figured out a way to come once a week. But then, unfortunately, Gabe, if I'm being honest, my friend, things got in the way. We'll get into that later. Legit Studios, right now it's Legit Studios before we get into the crew. What did you think about the projects that we did on the channel? I know some were cool, some were hit and miss, and some we didn't get to do at all.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
Projects, honestly, I felt like if we were actual crew, we would come together and write out scripts and having ideas all together instead of like, hey, let's just do this and let's add this idea here and there. Bite Take Steal was just all in one day, like, hey, let's do a joke about that.
That was improvised too.
That was all improvised. But the issue was Bite Take Steal 2 and 3. It was like, oh, okay, because I always saw that as a one-time thing, just not continuing on.
Right.
All honesty, doing some riffs on some things, that's funny, but not all the time. Honestly, I saw Legit Wars, like, oh, okay, that's cool. and then we were going to do part 2, and Legit Wars was just kind of consumed all of it.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm not that big of a Star Wars fan. I'm sure you guys know that.
Yeah, I know that.
But I like the lore of what we were doing. But again, for me, I'm more, again, world building. We're on Earth. Earth was never stated in the Star Wars canon or anything else. And what you guys were saying, like the light side and dark side, in the first one, it's like, oh, okay, this is like a fan thing.
It was supposed to be a fan thing.
Yeah, and then like it was supposed to world build something else. That kind of didn't make much sense, I would say, because it would contradict continuity with everything.
Right.
That's going on within the actual canon and our own thing.
Let me say this right now, because I don't want to defend it, but I feel like I have to here. It's Legit Wars. It's not technically Star Wars, because Michael did bitch a few times about some of the stuff that I added in the videos. You know, he was upset about, like, the very first video I did with both of them. The wind effect, you know? Like, that little small air. I get it, it was stupid, but he was just like, it's called the Force. How do you not? And I'm like, but Michael, not a lot of people watch Star Wars. Nobody knows what the Force is. You gotta be open about that.
Star Wars a worldwide worldwide thing though?
Before Disney bought it, I mean, it was popular then, but too many people don't watch Star Wars. My sisters, when I was in the middle of editing the video, I showed them that, and then they were like, "What did he do?"
But they're not the target audience. Though. That's the thing.
Oh
like,
no,
trying to go broadband.
Oh no,
that makes sense. But the thing
hear me out. What I'm trying to say is that at the time, because I was just starting out, right? I took one opinion, but I didn't think about it like, oh wait, but that's not for them. I just took the criticism and I just added it into the thing, and that's where I fucked up. Yeah, Michael is right. Legit War is just for an intended audience, for a type of audience, and I understand that. But what I'm saying is that before I didn't realize. It's like I said, you gotta fuck up before you realize what you did, so you don't make the same mistake.
Yeah, it's like you gotta make because when you mess up and start again, you're not like before where you didn't know anything. You started with experience.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying though. That was on me, and I owned it. I don't have a problem admitting that. Oh yeah, I should have kind of like thought about it a little more. But like, no, you know what? I shouldn't have to worry about explaining it to just 2 people, because there's a shitload of people out there that I should know what we're talking about. So that's where I came into play. Over the years, there were tweaks that we did with some of the videos. Julius's thing, Zillion.
Frank had a thing, if you didn't know that.
Yeah, wasn't it the one with Julius, right? Julius's story? Because that was when he was
Yeah, it was... Yeah, everyone had their own thing.
Yeah.
Except for me.
Yeah. And I could tell there were a few times where Michael was telling me, like, why did you add this sound effect, or why was that there? That kind of doesn't work. And then I got kind of irritated because I told
the thing is, if he was a director, he would have been editing it with you. That's also a big thing. Like, director, you're not just telling people what to do. You're actually in the chair having your hand in every little thing.
Right.
In writing, in cinematography, in editing. Like, the director is supposed to have their vision in every single one of those aspects.
I do agree with you. That's the thing that I was frustrated about when making Legit Wars, because just like you, I thought it was supposed to be a one-time only thing. Michael wanted to do more. You know, it was just Legit Wars. Even when we were in the car, what would Michael bring up? I'm thinking about redoing Legit Wars or rebooting it, and I was like, I told Michael, I was like, Michael, no more sci-fi for me. I'm no more Star Wars. Like, I like Star Wars, but I don't love it. Like, I'm interested in different shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the thing is also making a sequel to a video you last posted. It's kind of it just shows that we don't have many ideas. And
yeah.
The thing is, when you see YouTube videos do stuff again, they already have a following where they're demanding it. It's just like years later, and you're bringing up this old idea again.
Here's the thing also. The problem for me is that I was the one editing it. That shit was not easy. That shit was complicated. Yeah. I remember I got yelled at.
You did the lightsaber effects.
Yeah. And it was hard because I was doing it frame by frame. Like every little... I had to move the lightsabers with it, you know, and if I missed something, I had to go back and redo it and then adjust other frames afterwards. It was very hard. And then Michael did complain a few times about some of the stuff that I added in, like, you know, that doesn't have this. And I was just like, okay, Michael, will you do it then? Because, you know, I mean, it's frustrating. So I'm not a visual effects artist. I did it because I wanted to just, I thought, hey, maybe it'll make our videos better.
The thing is, you're also supposed to be the actor, and then somehow you became editor.
Yeah, I know. I took no classes for editing. Even at the academy, none for that at all. You know, I just improvised learning all the shit that I do now. Legit Wars, honestly, is very, very hard to do. And the other problem with it was that I didn't know how long Michael wanted Legit Wars to go on. Because remember, we heard, okay, 3 episodes, and then he wanted to do more.
The side things with other people.
And then I was just like... I was like, okay, and then that's where I lost track, because that's where I felt exhausting, because I was just like, I don't know how long you want it to be. At first he said 3, and I was like, oh, another trilogy, because there was Buy Steel Take 1, 2, 3, and now you want to do Legit Wars 1, 2, 3.
There's also, like, you want to do a Legit Studios movie as well.
Did he?
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
I had to like. He wanted me to write the script for that, and it was like, oh, okay. What do you want? And it was like, oh, I'll just do anything. It was like, this isn't really helping me out right now.
Right.
I like to write. I would write scripts and all, but we didn't really use those scripts, or we did, but then like the videos were never finished or published.
But Michael explained why.
Yeah.
He procrastinated. Okay, I guess we can go on to the crew now because now we're talking about Michael right now. Let me just say some of the stuff that Michael already talked about. So he already apologized for a lot of. This was towards Julius because Julius was one that left first because he said he felt like the time was getting wasted. He noticed we weren't doing anything.
Yeah.
And Michael apologized, but then Kat felt like the apology wasn't really there.
It was half-hearted, you mean?
I mean, I'm glad that he did apologize, but I do feel like Michael should have owned up to a few more things. Yeah. Michael also talked about the fact that he procrastinates. He waits till the last minute. Basically did admit that he got lazy with some of the work.
The thing is, we were still upcoming like YouTube channel. We didn't actually need a set schedule. We didn't have to do weekly. We're still learning the ropes. We could have done monthly.
Yeah, Michael talked about that a lot. Even now, it has to be on a Saturday, it has to be on a Friday, it has to be at 12. And I was just like even if he missed like a date on a Friday, I'd be like, well, just upload it the next day. No, I'm gonna wait a week. And I'm like, wait, just upload it tomorrow. It's the weekend. Yeah, but this and that. And then sometimes he'll do it, and I'm just like, I thought you said no. I was like, whatever. It's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. But it's not really about the fact of us having a schedule or not. The thing that I'm trying to say is that there was lack of effort. And I was putting in a lot of the effort for Legit Studios. When personally...
You were literally carrying the whole thing.
Thanks. Yeah, I know. I don't want to sulk on that because, like I said, I felt like it should have... I wanted it to be a group effort.
Yeah.
That was the point. Because I don't want to be like, yeah, it was all me. I don't want to do that. That's the thing, because I don't want to brag like that, because I was just like, well, I did, but that's why I was giving it to Michael too, so I could be like, Michael.
Just like, Michael, you have aspirations of being a director, yet you're procrastinating on your own works. If you really want to become a director and you have this mentality of working last minute, I don't see a studio willing to give you money to just do that.
And it wasn't even that. Like, he said, in the end, he said that he would compare his work to other people's work. And I'm like, but that's what a director does. I was just like, directors have their own visions compared to everyone else. That's what they're supposed to do. You don't put yourself down and be like, oh, this is lower. Well, if you're an indie production, of course your movie isn't going to be better than Warner Brothers or Disney. I mean, because
it's just having your own vision.
Yeah, you're an independent. That's the point. So some of the stuff Michael was telling me, I was like, no, I get it. And then there's some stuff where I was kind of like, you really should have thought that one through.
He's picking at straws right now.
Yeah. Not to put him down, but like that's honestly how I saw when he came. And then this part. So Michael admitted to buying bots.
Yeah.
To views. What was your thoughts when you heard that?
In all honesty, I figured that out a long time ago.
Yeah, it was noticeable.
Because for one thing, the videos would always cap at 1,000 and then just strangle on, and no comments, no up or down ratio, and it just really didn't make much sense. Mm-hmm. Well, also with the subscriber count, I wasn't really sure about that, because we would suddenly gain this amount and it didn't really match our views. Like, we had this much amount and we had 1,000 views. Honestly, that didn't pan out proportionally, because I've seen YouTube videos where they have 100,000 views and yet they only have 10,000, 1,000 subscribers, or less than 1,000. Like, it wasn't really proportional. It means that every subscriber that we have watched that plus more.
Right.
Honestly, it was just kind of a little strange.
Yeah.
And
it was too noticeable.
Yeah, and I made a channel that he plugged in, and for some reason I have subscribers too, even though there was nothing there. It would make sense, a few, maybe 5 or 10, but 60, that just kind of, unless it's friends and family, that's what I would understand.
Basically, suspicious.
I kind of got that when I kind of knew that for a while.
But we were talking about views, and now you're talking about subs. Do you think he bought subs?
I'm not, well...
Hypothetically,
there's a possibility, but I'm not saying anything, because that could be friends and family in all cases.
Because you answered my next question, because I was gonna ask you that about the fact that you have the patchwork channel, and 5 years ago, yeah, you had a solid 60, and I remember when I saw that, I was like, did he post anything? And then when I saw the channel, yeah, there was nothing. And then it's been 5 years later, Michael took down the channel already, and before he took it down, I kept looking at the channel part over and over with the links to all our stuff, and I see that you still have, after 5 years, the solid 60. It never went down.
Yeah, well, it's also, people don't know what they subscribe to as well. That's one aspect, but
Kind of, sort of. Look, I'm just gonna say this right now. I do. How do I say this? It is a little too suspicious. I know that back then, Michael, because he said it himself. You know, he was just trying to, like, I guess, be helpful. I get that. You know, he said
he did
that
all in good intentions.
Yeah, it had good intentions, but unfortunately there was a backlash to it. And I'm going to talk about Legit Studios right now because of what Michael did recently. Because of what Kat said. Kat said that because, you know, we were talking about bots. She knows stuff about that too. And even Julius mentioned it. That if you buy bots, it decreases the chance of your channel. Doesn't matter if it's views or subscribers. It decreases the chance of your channel being discovered because YouTube thinks that, oh, like, this clearly they're buying bots. It detects it. So decrease the rate of them being found because they're just trying to get attention. In the wrong way. Michael recently, he told me, notified me that he deleted Legit Studio. He told me a while ago that he was going to, and I was like, okay. But he said that he wanted to do a project and also give like I thought he was going to do a farewell or something. Because there are some actual subscribers on the channel, like solid people. That's why we get like 60 views or sometimes even up to
like
100.
A small handful.
Yeah, which is good though. That's still good, meaning, oh, there are people on the channel. Michael just took it down. And when I was talking to Michael, he kept giving me one-note answers. I was like, Michael, why'd you take it down? Because
he was running around the issue.
Yeah, and I was just like, but why? And he answered my question with a question, why? And I was like, what? He was like, why?
Well,
and I was like,
the answer he could have given was like, because that was like years of work that we all put into.
That's what I'm trying to say. I was just like, dude, I was like, answer the fucking question. Like, why did you take it down? And then he finally told me. Then he said, oh, I guess he did it on Halloween. That he got home, I guess he was thinking about it, and he just said, fuck it, so he just took it down. But he said he saved like 10 of the videos.
Okay, that's good.
So
he some of it, yeah.
Yeah, which is cool. But still, I was just like, I don't know. I feel like, personally, this might just be me. And if you disagree, you can. But I feel like Michael has a tendency to kind of just act irrationally without really, if I'm saying it right, he acts without thinking. Sometimes. Because, like, Legit Studios, he didn't have to technically take it down. He could have, because he said he wants to make a new channel. And that's cool. But, like, you could have just made the new channel and then make an announcement and tell people who are actually there, go here. But instead, you just lost all the subs that were there.
The thing is, if he wants a fresh start, then yeah, I can understand. And now he has better ways to point out, like he has an Instagram account, he even started a Twitter account, which he didn't have before. Again, Michael has also been talking about deleting Legit Studios for a while. It's unfortunate that he didn't tell his subscribers or anyone, make a short post or video about it. It's sure we all work on Legit Studios, but it is under his name. Mm-hmm. He does, in the end of the day, have full control of it, and he does have what he wants to do. Yeah. That's just something he's been thinking about, and that's just something he decided. Yeah. Unfortunately. I have no problem saying that, unfortunately. Because, I understand that when you realize something you did and it has a backlash to it, I get that, you know, like for... We're not sending him hate. That's the thing.
No,
like,
I'm just... Doing any of that. No, that's not the point. I'm just saying that is what... I mean, he admitted to it. That's why we're talking about it. Yeah. But I'm just saying, though, it is somewhat irritating. And it's irritating for me. I feel like I do have the right to say this. Because I'm the one that did put in a lot of work. And basically, I feel like I put in a lot of work for bots. You can't tell me I can't be frustrated about that.
Like it's a waste of effort.
It was a waste of effort, it was a waste of time, and I'm pissed as hell. I'm still mad about that. And I'm not trying to make it a big deal, but, you know, in the back of my head, I can't help but to be like, wow. Because I remember when he told me, I was like, wow, he actually did that. I was like, okay, but he admitted it, he apologized. Yeah, that's cool. But I was just like, so this whole time when I was doing videos and shit, I was like, they were just for no audience?
It's yeah, you were happy that you were getting views for that stuff. Like, your hard work was being recognized. And then you find out that it was just a ghost audience. Like, you're performing on stage while we think, like, you have this much people watching you, and when the lights get turned on, there's, like...
The seats are empty.
Yeah, there's some seats, but then it's not what it's supposed to be. Yeah. Not what you thought.
But, okay. I'll move on, I guess. So, you basically suspected it?
Yeah, It
was obvious, right?
I didn't want to say anything, because...
I think you should have. That's the thing, you know? Because I know that part of the reason why you didn't want to come on the podcast was because you didn't want it to be public. And I get that. The point of these is just to address the issues that are with Legit Studios. We're not trying to get into anything personal unless you choose to. And we don't have to. But, like, you know, these are issues that are within Legit Studios, so we can just get past it. Because as soon as one of us addresses something or apologizes, we have it on film. That's the point. Just to move on from it. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I just want to let out my thoughts just because, like, I said it. It's out there. It's whatever. I can let it go now. Because I said it. Same thing with you. But I do feel like if you didn't notice that, you could have... There is a way to approach everything. You can do it the hard way, you can do it the nice way. Clearly, you would do it the nice way. Because then it would have saved us more time.
Yeah.
We can go from Michael to Julius real quick. So Julius, you saw his answers to why he wasn't always available.
Yeah.
And why he wasn't with the communication.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts?
Honestly, when he said he had church, I was suspicious about it.
Yeah.
And like how often he does church, but saying that he was the IT guy for everything, especially now, that's a hard thing, and he's all volunteering. He didn't say he was getting paid for it too. It's a really great thing. He's volunteering in his community.
Yeah.
Like that's a real admirable thing. Like you could have just said that. It's like, oh wow, Julius has better responsibilities going to a church for his community, for his family as well. Like I wish he said that. And the biggest thing is he did that while filming his own channel and reacting to Hamlet videos, and he got big. Sure, we harped on him for a little bit, but in all honesty, I was happy about it because he made it big with actual subscribers and views. And he had hell. I remember he did a short thing with making shirts, and honestly, early thing to do, kind of early. But still, he was able to do that. It's kind of really admirable and just awesome that he did all this while having his own responsibilities.
What did you think of Julius's channel when he said he was doing Hamilton animatics? Do you know about Hamilton a lot, or
no? But I know a lot about animatics because if you're into something a lot, you would watch anything about it, especially if it's fan made, because people have their own headcanon how things go and things are.
Right.
And people reacting to like different artworks. You're not only boasting your channel, but you're also boasting the artists and what people did to voice over them. And that's just something that's how he wants his channel run. Then, by all means, good luck with that.
Right.
We may not like it. We may say things about it, but in the end of the day, he's doing things that we never did. He's doing things that we didn't accomplish. And at the end of the day, we're just really jealous about that. And
oh no, yeah, especially me. I mean, like I said, when I saw Julius's channel rising, I was like, fuck, like why couldn't my channel get like that? I found out that my channel has bots.
Yeah, no, I already, yeah.
I'm just saying that, so that's why, now I know. And I am going to be making a video talking about something later.
Did Julius have bots? Like, did Michael put anything on his thing, do you know? Or
no. Julius's shit is legit.
Damn.
Like, he has likes, he has dislikes that are very accurate. He has comments. Yeah, obviously some are from family and friends, but they're there. You can tell. The views and match his audience. So, I mean, he has a video that's like almost at 200K. That's just like his most popular video. And then it decreases a little bit, but that's just because he hasn't been on it.
Yeah.
But it shows that was all Julius. He did nothing. I didn't want that either. But, I mean, he did it. So, good for Julius, seriously. Like, he did that with hard work. And, of course, good for him on being part of his church. And like I said, I have no problem with that. I just wish he could have just simplified
be more
it.
vocal.
Yeah, because, like, if he had said that earlier, I would have been like, that's it? Oh, you could have just said that. Like, I just thought he was saying that as an excuse. Like, every time. Because I was like, Julius, you're going to mass again for, like, the 5th time this week.
Yeah, well, the thing is, if you're talking about IT, you gotta make sure, because you have to check the speakers.
No, I know.
Priest is, like, doing all that.
You don't have to be specific. I know what he does. I'm just saying, like, I thought he was just attending mass. If he was an IT tech, I wouldn't question it, because I'd be like, oh, I get it. Every time you go there, you're, TVs, iTech, whatever the fuck, green screen, all that stuff. I get it. I'm just saying, like, he never specified that. That's where I'm kind of like, oh, if you had just said that, I would have been off your ass, because I was just like, oh, it just sounded like a lie, or like an exaggeration of what you were doing. But he never specified what he was doing. That's what I'm trying to say. But I'm just like, oh, okay. I'm like, even now, it's just like, oh no, I have no problem with it. So if he says he can't make it, I'm just like, okay, now I know what he's doing, and I get it. So he solved that problem. Kat. Kat, so what you heard what the things Kat said and how she felt like.
Yeah.
What was your response to Kat?
In all honesty, it's sad, but that was the situation. She was there, but at the same time not. She was there physically, but not mentally with us.
Right. Yeah, I noticed that too a few times actually.
And that's just how it was. And we would say we'd film or do something. We would say we would film or do something else, but then habits got in the way.
Just to ask you this question, you never really saw Kat like an extra, huh?
No, not really.
Exactly.
I mean, I didn't even know her until way after high school.
Oh, but no, not even that. I mean, like whenever Kat was involved in something, like any project that she was involved
we were always open. Hey, can you do this? Do you want to do this with us? We didn't really see her as someone that's just there. We would like see her as like one of us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, see, Kat? That's what I meant, because when we were when I was doing my podcast with her, she told me that's how she felt like a few times, and I was just like, oh, like I wish you could have just told us, because we never saw you like that. Kat is honestly an equal member like any one of us.
Yeah.
So I didn't see Kat like that. And honestly, when she was on screen, I thought she was cool. There were a few times where, like I said, I noticed she didn't want to be on.
Yeah.
You know,
that's-
it was noticeable. But you know, like I told Kat, I just wish like you could have just been a little bit more open with the communication, just so like we could have maybe like taken you out then, so you didn't have to feel like you needed to be in there, or you know, just stuff like that.
yeah.
But you know, but whenever Kat was on and she wanted to be on, she was cool. Not you.
Yep.
So Gabriel Galicha.
My name's Gabriel.
Whatever. The point is, my friend, is that I think that you're a great asset when it came to Legit Studios. Great asset. I'm not just saying that. You're funny. You're unintentionally funny. You're a little too funny. You could be a little too much dark humorish. There's times where I can't tell if you're serious. There's times where
bronchitis.
Fuck, asshole. Don't do that. I look like a dick. Don't do that.
This is how they are.
Okay, stop it. So, my friend, I wanted to talk to you about this. So, you're obviously very into cards.
Yep.
And I completely understand that, and just know that after having some time, I still don't agree with it. I don't like it, but I have to respect it because it is your hobby. I know that you're not just playing cards. From what you told me before, there's more meaning to it. And I know the last time I saw you, we had an argument about it. It wasn't just about the cards, but it was because I felt like the cards got in the way of Legit Studios, and I felt like that's part of the reason why the crew left, because that's what everybody said. You know, Julius said he left because he'd come, you guys would play cards. A match or two was whatever, but then it kind of went on. He was just like, he didn't want to do that anymore. Kat came, said that she noticed you guys would do that, she was fine with it, she got it, if it was before, even after, but then it just dragged on too long, and then she got tired of it, and then she came and go, and like she said, she made excuses where she didn't want to come. Me, I lashed out a few times, obviously, even before today, where I said, you know, this is kind of getting ridiculous. Like, I get that you guys are into this, but like, we're here to film. Like, you can't go one day without playing these cards. Like, don't you have like 2 or 3 days at the time? Because I know now, from what you told me last time, you don't have as much time. So I just want to address that. I should have been more calmer and clearer about how I was saying it. Because I know it wasn't just you. Yeah, because from when I sent the videos, I felt that it was you. It was Michael. He was in it too. And Josh. Definitely Josh. When it came to that shit. Because every time when it came to Josh, I don't hear him talk about anything else. It's always just that. So that's what I wanted to say. But I wanted to let you have the opportunity to also talk on your end and explain what was all that and why you're so into that and maybe what's going on with it now. Like,
Okay, well, me in card games, when I grew up, I didn't really have a lot of friends. And the only times I had opportunity was through hobbies, and that was through playing cards.
right.
That happened, I didn't really have in middle school, every lunch I would sit alone in the library watching whatever movie they put on. Every single day at lunch in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
High school came around, and I see in the library, like, because that's the main place I go to, I see some older people playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's how that happened. I mean, I already told you, and when I went to Logan, that's how I also found people and friends with that as well, in Yu-Gi-Oh! And I quit, and then I would start playing Vanguard with Michael. And I do have to say, it did take away a whole lot of time. It went out of control. I still do apologize for that. And it took way over too much. And yeah, it was obsessive. However, it is my hobby. And if you think about it, there are also other people that spend just as much in time on theirs, such as your neighbor. You saw inside their house all their collectibles on their walls. Tell me they don't spend just as much money on their hobby as me. Or hell, even more, because some of them are from Japan and from around the world. Another is cars. People would buy hundreds, $1,000 parts to amp up their ride, and also take it in great maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
And collecting books, just any kind of hobby. And my hobby is playing cards. And again, it did get out of control, and I am a competitive player. But the thing is, I did see your way. I have apologized multiple times whenever you brought it up.
Yeah.
I even stopped bringing them around. Sure, I would talk about it, but that's not the main thing. I would say, hey, would you like to learn? I understand you hate it. But you said no, I wouldn't push you at all.
And then a few times on my own accord, I did try to. Because like I said, I was like, you know what, I don't want to just be there with like a down face. Let me at least try to get into it.
I know, but still, that took over. I understand, like, you hate it. You hate my hobby now. But the thing is, the last time we talked or even hung out, it wasn't really much an argument. I stood there in your living room while you ranted to my face for almost 2 hours about my hobby and things I'm into. How do I know this? Your microwave clock, I would look at it and see how long you would go on.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to answer my question. Tell me who would let someone rant in their face, spew hatred about something that you find genuine joy and interest in. Honestly, I could have said more. I didn't. I tried to remain as calm as possible and explain my reasoning. That's what I'm doing right now. I do not want to escalate anything. That moment in time back then, I could have said a lot of things. I could have done some things because of that almost 2 hours that happened. And after that hour and a half, I started to say something, where I'm coming from. And I am competitive. It is my hobby, but I apologize for the time it consumed. I'm not apologizing for something I'm into. You also, in those videos, making fun of people and the things I'm in, honestly just really hurt. And just saying how like people are wasting their money. I know people that are general managers and work in Google who do the same things that I do. They make more money. Thing is, I don't spend as much as them.
I never said you did.
Well, you said about the whole I bought 3 boxes thing.
I said you spent a lot of money on that. I didn't say that you spend like, I don't know, that's the thing. I don't know how much people spend money on that shit. But I never said that you spent the most. If anything, I felt like out of the group, I thought that was Josh. Because whenever he did have a shitload of money, he wasted it. I didn't think that was you. Because I even said it. There was a few times where I knew like you needed to hold back. And then even if you did get something, there was a few times where you did tell me, you know, I think I should have let go one more thing. I did say that. But I didn't say that you were the one that wasted like the most.
It kind of implied that you only talked about Josh in the cat's video.
Because he's not here. I mean, we can. But like, he's not in the crew. I mean, I can't interview him. I don't even know where he's at. He left. Especially after the bullshit he did with Kat. That's what I'm trying to say. But before I give my response to everything you just said, I already have one. Is there anything else?
No.
My response to what you just said right now is that, yeah, you're absolutely right. I do... Fuck. 2 hours. Okay. I think the problem that I have was the fact that it wasn't just you and the crew. It was everyone. It was you. It was Michael. It was Josh. I think because I didn't tell them anything at the time. And since honestly, I'm not just saying this, out of everyone in the crew, you're very great. You're very awesome to talk to. You are very honest. You're very helpful. Very accepting, dude, when it came to my situation. That's why I think I got comfortable lashing it out on you. Because you were part of the problem. But you weren't entirely the problem. That's the thing. And because I was so frustrated, I took it on you. That's why on camera, I want to publicly apologize to you. And I want you to know, you having someone rant to your face for something 2 hours, there are people out there that do let that happen. I let that happen to me. My dad did that to me. He did that to me on my 17th birthday. Midnight. Not exaggerating. Argued all fucking night. Because he came to me telling me that all I cared about was my own shit. That I am selfish. That where's filming gonna take me? That when it came to filming that I'm selfish, that I only care about my own goals and my own take, who's gonna take over his company? He went on a rant, my dad, on my birthday. Yelled in front of my 2 sisters, their mom, who were in that house. Didn't do nothing. Wanted to, but didn't do nothing. Drunk as a skunk. Complained about what I was into, what I liked. Not a hobby, a career. Imagine that. My career. Out of everyone in my family, no one gave me as much support as my mom when it came to my career. I've had people rant in my face about what I do, and that, oh, Angel, you want to be an actor, but man, you really think you could be in front of a camera? Angel, look at you, you're going to be trans. You really think that's going to work? You might as well just give up on that shit. Angel, you spend so much shit on your fucking props. You really think that's just going to go on? I've seen your videos. Like, they're okay, but your videos are too fucking long. Dude, with the amount of videos that you be making out here that are too fucking long, man, I get bored easily. Fuck, man, like, I'd be skimming through that shit. On and on and on. How it works. Anything. This guy was paying. You complain about that to me. Fuck.
You guys gotta stop arguing.
Imagine him getting this madder at 3 o'clock in the morning. I won't see him for a whole week. I'll barely see him. Fucking all over. Like, first thing in the morning, I don't know what the fuck. Imagine that for 6 years.
Well, this is your purpose.
See your fucking mama and shit. You fucking every fucking time that we in the truck. What's your job to do every fucking morning? What is your
Get
job?
the truck ready.
Okay.
And I do.
What is getting the truck
Even
ready?
when I do get the truck
What
ready,
is getting the truck ready? Hold on. What is
Tires, air, oil,
What else?
water, making sure the lights work.
how much?
And making sure
Of all
the
that
trailer's
shit,
connected.
Oh my gosh.
before that shit you do, what shit you do?
I do
Half
all
of the
that.
shit you do, half of the shit he's on the fucking phone, she's on the fucking seat.
On the way! And sometimes I don't because I know you're going to complain about it. You know when I actually do all that, and you still come over like, hey, let me know everything's good. This is your fucking truck. No, stop all bullshit. Now remember what you say. Son, I'm not mad at you, I'm just letting it out. And then you let it out, and then you bring more shit about me into it. And then I'm like, so are you mad at me?
You told him what?
Motherfucking ass.
You told me that last time.
Wait,
When we were heading to Sunset.
that one time? Why every time?
Multiple times.
Oh, and I'm exaggerating?
Yeah! I'm so tired of your cousin shit. I'm so tired of your cousin shit. Now I'm so tired of all your shit. And I'm like, what do I have to do with that? I wasn't there talking shit.
You've been dealing with this shit for 6 years, Angel?
Yeah, I know.
Hold on. You're dealing with that for 6 years. I've been dealing with this shit for fucking 22 years.
Remember for 22 years. Remember Pizza Hut? Hey, Dad, let's do Little Caesars. I don't want that garbage. It's Pizza Hut.
That's any fucking garbage.
$25. No, wait. Then we get
Let me tell about that fucking time. Nigga, we want to buy some food. Guess what? Buying football, he told himself.
No, I'm not talking about that.
Self-engaged
I'm not talking about that.
Every fucking time. You don't get
I
pissed
said,
off about shit
let's
like
go to Little Caesars.
So just like you, yes, I do know what you're talking about. I think that's why I did that, because it happened to me numerous times. I'm around a ghetto-ass family. Not entirely, that's my dad's side. But I am around a ghetto family that when they get upset, they want to do nothing but bitch and moan. Especially if it's something that you like. And it's more on me too, because I am the oldest out of all my cousins. Well, at least out of all the guys. So yes, I do know what it is to have someone rant to you about what you like to do, and especially if it's a career, not just a hobby. I had people bitch to me about the fact that in my family that I like anime. They used to be like, all you ever do is watch these fucking cartoons and buy all these fucking books. They're like, yo, right here wasting hella fucking money. How much money do you think all that shit was? How much money do you think all that shit was? Like $1,000? How much of those books are? Like $10, $20 you said? And that's a lot of money. I don't want to see that shit up in my house again.
That's bullshit, your family. Just give me all that crap.
It was mainly my dad. My dad. Telling me, and if I see you watch another fucking anime show, I don't want that shit up in my fucking house. He's like, if I catch that shit, whatever the fuck you're watching that shit on, I'll break that motherfucker. Don't be putting that shit up in my house. And then right now, I have my sisters watching fucking anime. That's what's so hilarious. No, it's good to laugh. I laugh too. Because my dad told me, I don't want to see another fucking anime thing in here. But then on Instagram, I see my youngest sister having anime stickers talking about Naruto and shit. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, Dad.
There's blatant favoritism.
It could be. Not to make it about that. And I don't want to make myself look like I'm trying to, like, make myself look better or nothing. That's not the point. Just from what the first thing that you said, I actually do know what you're talking about. But that's why I want to apologize, because I basically did something that I hated. It wasn't just because I was trying to be an asshole. It was because of experience that I also dealt with. That's how I grew up. I got shitted on for things I liked, on things that I wanted to do, and now I'm doing it. And I have people in the family that do honestly support. Cousins, my mom obviously, you guys, hell yeah. So I do understand that. But then I do understand that there is value in certain things too. John, my neighbor, all those collectibles. If he wanted to, he could sell all that shit. That shit's worth money, because figures are expensive, right? Figures do make money. Why else would they be $50, $100? I've seen certain figures for Dragon Ball Z that went up to $200 for just one. Like, I saw one for Broly. I've seen some for One Piece. That shit you can actually make money off. And I say cards, yes and no, because there's a few times where Michael's told me from his experience that he would buy a card that cost him a shitload of money, and then I guess when he didn't need it anymore, sometimes whenever we went to one of the shops and he tried to trade it in to get something out of it, he got mad. And when I told him, I was like, what happened? Why'd you get mad? He would tell me, oh, well, because I know this card costs this amount, and the dude at the shop only wants to give me this much. Like, I know the card is worth way more. And then he told me that he'd go to these other shops to do with the exact same card, and they didn't give him as much. So then he had no choice but to take what they offered. That's the high-end risk to cards, in my opinion. Because, like I said, now that after thinking about that argument, I did feel like an asshole. I did. Because I was just like, that was part of the reason why I wanted to do these podcasts, because I was like, that wasn't right what I did. I was like, I need to give Gabe some space, and personally, I need to let him chill out, and then I need to chill out. I need to get my shit together. And then when I get the chance, I want to apologize to him, which is what I did. And most importantly, I want to let you know that, yes, I do not like what you do, but yes, I should respect it. I should. By the making fun of part, let's be honest, there are people that do take it seriously, a little too seriously. I wasn't expecting when Michael came on for him to say that he felt that the community was getting toxic. But personally, that could be anything. But like he said that, I guess, whoever comes to play these cards, they take it a little too seriously. They don't...
Well, the thing is, it's competition. That's the thing. You know how people get really headstrong. You see sports games, people getting shot about that.
Oh, yeah.
Card games, like, the general audience, sure, it's marketed to kids, but who do you see winning these big tournaments? People around our age or even a little older.
No, okay, I get that. But that's what I'm also trying to say. Like, I get, that's why my intention wasn't really to make fun of the card games. And that wasn't. I was just talking about the people. Because there are people that do overreact. There's videos on YouTube about that shit. People overreacting. I saw a guy flip a table playing Magic the Gathering because I guess it didn't go his way. So he fucking flipped the table and he was like, fuck you. And he walks away.
You're kidding. Judge.
I saw a dude wanting to get in a fist fight over Yu-Gi-Oh! The dude picked up his cards and he was like, dude, I'm not gonna get in a fight with you over a kid's card game. He literally said, grow up. That's what I meant by that. That there are people that actually take this a little too seriously than it needs to, especially if it is a kid's card game. Or a card game, or however you want to imply it. I get that. But, honestly, when it comes to card games, if that is something that you like to do, like I said, I respect it. I have to respect it now. Because I know what you're going through. I binge it at myself. You know, no one likes to have something they like to be talked shit to. I get that. But you need to do that at your own time and at your own pace.
And that's what I did. I didn't bring it for a while because you told me that before.
That was before that. But I'm saying, like, during the time, I think that's why I also exploded as I did, just because of how much I dealt with it.
But you told me that already, and I did stop.
But that's what I'm saying, I took it out on you, because Michael kept doing it. That's why I said, it was on Michael. It was on Josh. That's why I said, I felt terrible, because I was like, Gabe had something to do with it, but I know Gabe owns up to it. But then, like I said, I took it on you when I should have taken it on all three of them. That's why when Michael came, I told him, dude, your card shit. It wasn't just Gabe. When I was talking to Kat, yeah, we talked a lot about Gabe, but it wasn't just Gabe. It was Josh. Motherfucker's broke, and when he gets money, he wastes it on cards. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, you did apologize a few times. Yes, you do own up to your shit. And yes, when we ask you to put it down, you do put it down. But I guess a lot of what I was talking about was from before. And if I failed to mention about the apologies, and that's my fault, then that's where I fucked up. Because I guess I should have definitely focused a little more on what you did do when I did tell you about it. Because you did do things. You did. And I want to give you credit to that. But I guess just because I was around it so much, I can't help but to say I guess there is still some frustration about it. Regardless of it, I should have approached it better. So I do apologize for ranting on you like that. You shouldn't have done that. Especially since you were in my home. I shouldn't have done that. Because I know if I was in your home, you would have kicked me out. I know that. And I know that you do, out of everyone, you do actually handle the situation better. Personally, when we had that argument, I kind of wanted you to say more. Because I was just like, I feel like Gabe's holding back. I know he could say more. I kind of wanted you to. That was the point. But I knew you were holding back, and that's why I was like, yeah, that wasn't right.
You know, if I had said something, we probably would have been friends.
What would you have said?
I don't know. I was angry. You say stupid shit when you're angry.
No, yeah, but me too.
Yeah. Thing is, I'm not angry. And right now, I have no idea what I would say back then.
I know one of the things that you said was, well, I could stop coming here.
Oh yeah, that's one of the hurtful things. Yeah, again, that's one of the things I like, that was one of the few things I could have said. That I did say. Again, I could say a lot more worse things.
No, I'm pretty sure you could. No, that's what I'm saying. But, like, I guess it's safe to say that I do have my opinion about it, and you have yours, obviously. And that's fine. And just know, after these podcasts, the point of them is just so I can actually stop doing that.
Okay.
Because that's what I'm trying to tell you in person. Like, after having some thought about all that, I feel really bad about doing that. That's why I wanted to publicly apologize to you. And to let you know that, yes, even now, I still don't see eye to eye with it. You know, I can't take Michael seriously when he says he doesn't take the car stuff as seriously, because I'm just like, well, you're still doing it. So if you like it, then fine. Just, if that's what you're into, then just say it. Just say that you're into that. Because clearly you keep doing it. What I was trying to tell you is that's where I'm coming from. I'm not telling you to quit. I never meant to tell that to Michael or to you.
I still do it.
No, but that's what I'm saying. My intention was never to tell you to quit. I was just trying to say during the times when we were hanging out, which you already acknowledged. Then, like, Michael a few times will also be like, yeah, but, you know, like, I'm done with it. But then, you know, in his vlogs, he's going to that stuff, and I'm just like, I thought you said it was done. I'm like, you don't have to lie to me or say that you're done with it. If you're into it, fine, just acknowledge it. But I'm just telling you, I don't like it, but I respect it. Because I'm pretty sure if I did something you guys didn't like, I'm pretty sure you guys would say the same thing. Well, yeah, we don't see that, but it's what she's into. So, but that's why I'm here to let you know that I'm after today, I'm gonna drop this shit, and I already know that you know how I feel, so I already know that you guys wouldn't be doing that around us anyway, especially since you already did it a few times too. So that's what I'm saying. Like, don't after today, you don't have to hear that from me ever. And just know I would never ever rant on you like I did. Unless it's absolutely like something that you did that's that's something big. That's what I'm saying. But like, if it's just a bitch, I ain't gonna do that again. So I do apologize for doing that to you in my home. That was fucked up of me, and I should have not done that. And if I was mad at the crew, because you even told me. You were like, did you tell Michael this? I said no. And I'm going to say something about that too. The reason why I don't tell Michael anything is because, and I have no problem saying this, because we're being honest here, is that Michael is too damn sensitive. You can't take criticism, because then when he does take it, he takes it, but he kind of escalates it. He overthinks it. That's the problem that I have with Michael, is that, I'm thinking to myself, well, dude, if you're going to be an actor, if you can't handle some opinions from your friends, imagine from hardcore critics or strangers. What do you think's going to happen? They're not going to take it easy. That's how it's going to work. You're an actor. Act like one. You're right. I should have had like at least both of you in, so it could have been fair if I was to have done that, but I didn't. So now I gotta live knowing the fact that I did that. But again, you're not gonna hear me do that anymore.
Okay.
And I know that for what I know, you don't have as much free time.
I try to go once a week, but it's kind of hard because again, I'm working full time now.
In school.
Yeah. Well, school is a little difficult. I'm honestly thinking about dropping out just for this semester, so I can just get things in order.
Okay. No, but that's not. But I also said that in the vlogs too, because like I said, I know before Michael, used to go like more. I think it was twice a week, maybe 3 times or something.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, for me, it was when I didn't have because I've been working since high school.
Yeah.
And it's on those days where I didn't have class,
yeah.
or it's after class and I didn't have work.
Yeah.
So those are when I want to have fun.
Yeah.
And while not doing my other responsibilities.
No, understandable. But I also wanted you to know that I did defend you in the vlog, because I was like, Gabe used to do that a lot back then. And then I remember what you told me last time, because last time you were telling me about your priorities, and then you said, well, I have my priorities in order. And you're like, and when it comes to going to play cards, you told me, you were like, I don't have as much free time. And that's why I wanted to also acknowledge, because I was just like, oh yeah, that's true. Like, we're talking about stuff from before that. But like now, I think I was talking to Julius or Cat, that's when I was like, but now he doesn't have as much free time, Like, I know he told me he only goes like once a week if he can. So, I did say that. Yeah, my friend. I'm just happy that we got to have the discussion, and I'm happy to be able to hopefully just move on from this. Like I said, I do respect what you do. I don't like it, but I respect it. So every time you do your thing, just know it was never my intention to have you quit. That wasn't. I guess I just took it the wrong way. I was frustrated with the crew, I guess. Not just you. My fault on that. And if I did have a problem, I should have approached it more professionally. So yeah, I just wanted to do that, my friend.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the apology.
Yeah.
Cora.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. That's why I wanted you to come on, because I wanted to do it publicly.
Okay.
I know I was a dumbass for doing that. There's a way of handling everything. And the way how I did it, yeah, you're right. Ranting for 2 hours. Ugh, my dumbass. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, but just know what happened to you, I want you to know. I know what you're talking about. Trust me. Other than that, though, Gabe, you're funny. Other than that, though, like I meant what I said. You're funny. What did you take now? What did you take now?
The bird.
Want to flip me another one?
I mean, I didn't expect a thumbs up.
Want to flip me another one?
The index.
This is Gabe, ladies and gentlemen, and he's a great asset to Legit Studios. But let me ask you this question, now that we got the woo out of the way, right? When it comes to Legit Studios, despite, and this could be obvious because of what happened already, do you consider yourself a member of Legit Studios?
Honestly, that's really hard to say. Like, is there even a studios? That's just, I would love to be a part of it. I would be a part of it, but is this still a thing? Like, we're still a friend group, but we're not called Legit Studios.
Okay, let me reframe my question, because I just thought about that. So when Legit Studios was still here, which was literally when it was Halloween, before that, did you consider yourself a prior member? Because, remember the banner? I think Michael even notified you that he took you off. Even with that...
No, he didn't tell me that. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, the banner. Remember how it had all of us on the top?
No, he said it was... I didn't know I was removed.
Yeah, at first he put it down to us 3, because he took everyone else off, and then after some time he told me that he was thinking about taking Gabe off, and I was like, does Gabe know? And then he told me some stuff, and then I was just like, okay.
No, he never told me that.
Yeah, he took you off. It was just me and him on there. I only saw when I uploaded the Uno one, or was it the update one, but once I saw that, I was like,
Okay.
oh.
I guess I'm not a part of it anymore. That's a really shitty thing to bring up. Wow.
I think the only thing was, I think the only reason why is because, you know, you weren't around.
No, because I sometimes work on Saturday.
Yeah, he told me that, yeah.
And, damn.
Michael felt like, I think the projects coming further were just going to be me and him. Because, you know, there was the update that we did, and then we did the Uno one right after that. And then we had some stuff coming after, but then that's when we stopped, because that's when I was kind of like, I was like, Michael brought out some ideas, and I kind of was like, I don't know about that, man. And then that's when he started bringing up Julius, and he was talking a lot about how he hates Julius criticizing.
Like he said, I'm not sure. Would you still be down to doing the samurai thing? Or?
Hell yeah! Because
because Michael told me that you and him talked that you didn't want to do it anymore.
No, I still wanted to do it, but I meant like during the time as we were filming it. Because remember, every week you said you were doing fishing, or then like your dad wanted to go fishing again, and then like you had something else going on.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about like when I recently hung out with him. He said that you and him recently talked, saying you don't want to do the samurai thing anymore.
You want to wait when you went to the Halloween store?
Yeah, that was the last time.
I never said that. No, I said that.
Wait, what?
I said okay. I don't know. Maybe Michael misinterpreted what I said.
Or I'm misinterpreting him. But
okay, so
yeah, when I heard that, I was just like, what the fuck?
Okay, so let me say this. No, I wanted to stop doing the samurai skit when we weren't filming it, because I was just like, okay, like we weren't doing anything. Let's just let it go for now, so we can move on to something else. Because clearly, Gabe, you know, he has stuff to do. So I was like, let's just move on to something else. But I never said to drop it. Even in the last one I talked about it with Ken, I was like, I really want to
No. When I watched that, I was just really confused, because I thought Michael told me that you weren't interested in doing it anymore.
No, I just wasn't interested in doing it at the time because we weren't doing anything.
No, yeah.
So then I was like, let's just move on to other stuff. But I didn't mean like drop it entirely. Like, we still got the State Farm skit. Like, I'm still down to do that, but we never got
that
it.
skit has been going on since before the card game.
Exactly, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, we just...
No, honestly, I've been editing that to add more people. I had added in Frank, take out Frank. Add in Josh, take out Josh. Add in Julius, take out Julius. I had to just keep on rewriting that because we had a revolving door of people. Like, there's been a lot of skits that I did. Hell, there's skits I didn't told you about. The robbery, like, that was...
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, the freaking... there's one I want to get your guys' opinion, so we'll work on. It's the guy with the narrator. Like, he wakes up and there's a guy narrating his entire life. There's just a lot of other skits that were just written down as ideas, but never fully blown out.
Yeah, when it came down to some of the ideas, like when I was talking about Michael... You know, like I said, there was times where, like, if there was a week that I wasn't able to do it, I told Michael, I said, it didn't matter if it was legit words or not. Like, I'd ask him to take care of it because it's his channel.
Yeah.
And, you know, he already explained why. He procrastinated. Now he doesn't do that. Recently, did you know that Michael was in a short film?
Yeah, I know that.
And I guess he said ever since he got that, ever since he did that, the experience, I guess, he said that it gave him the confidence to not really, like, have to worry about bots or anything like that. Like, he knows in his head he can do it and do all that stuff.
He just needs a lot more confidence in himself.
Yes, actually, yes. That's, yeah, there you go. I think Michael can be hard on himself sometimes. A little too hard.
Yeah.
Same thing like what I told Kat. I was just like, I think you guys do have what it takes. I'm not just saying that. You guys are talented. I just think you guys kind of overthink it, you know?
You talk yourself out of it.
Yes.
The biggest critic in your entire life isn't going to be your family, it's not going to be your friends, it's going to be yourself. Because once you lose the mentality against yourself, you're already falling down.
Yeah. Other than that, though, for you, my friend, this is what I want to ask you to see if maybe this will end the podcast here, right? Do you have any criticisms? This is what I'm waiting for. Do you have any criticisms for me as of right now, or anything that I did before, or anything on my channel that I should improve on? Because just to clarify what's already been said, so is there anything that you agree on, or anything that they missed?
Well, I definitely agree with Kat and Julius about the promotion, because you can't get big with just posting a video out of nowhere.
Right.
You have to get big by promoting yourself in any aspect you can.
Right.
Sending to friends, family, hell, make business cards for yourself, saying that you're an up-and-coming. Just try to get your name out there. Work on a few projects. In all honesty, with your, again, there's the asshole thing. You're straightforward, which is just something that some people need to hear. That's something you can work on, like finding another way around rather than going straight bullheaded in.
Right.
There's that. But another thing I could say is just you in acting. I want to see you be part of an acting troupe, or just be part of a community. Hell, you can join an improv group as well. I know an improv group that I've been looking into to join, join for classes in Fremont. There's that. I want to see you out there, just get more connections, because once you get more connections, you're also publicizing you're also sharing your own channel. You could just say, hey, I don't know if you can or when you can, but can you just send me a like or subscribe?
Basically, you feel like I should be more out there.
Yeah, more out there, because you clearly have... You went to the Academy of Arts. I'm surprised you're not capitalizing on joining anything after that.
I think it's kind of obvious, actually. It's because of my...
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm pretty sure there are also people out there.
No, for sure. But I think for me, that's where I come into fault. And I have no problem admitting this, that I know that I could have been started on shit a while ago. I actually know websites where I can audition for things. The problem is that I guess because of my transition, I felt like that did put a huge ass bump on me starting out. And obviously I have my image, it's fine. It's just my voice, which is what I am currently working on. You are right, I should try to experiment and see. But okay, is there anything else?
No, other than those three things, not really. I mean, I can't really, no.
Wow, it was 1, 2, 3. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, just keep it simple.
Right, okay, cool. Before we end this podcast, is there anything that you wanted to talk about?
That I want to talk about?
It could be with the crew, it could be with any of us, the Legit Studios,
Okay.
anything you got going on, or...
Okay, Michael, I want to say you're a fantastic man. You're amazing, and I love you. You're one of my best friends. But I believe you should have more confidence in yourself. I know you can do it. Come on, man. You don't have to do all this to be happy, but you yourself are incredible. Julius, you blew my mind with how much subscribers and likes and comments and everything that you made. That's incredible. Keep going with it, no matter where you go. Kat, I'm sorry you never felt a part of the actual filming crew, but you're still one of our closest friends. And I can't really see the crew without you. Any of you. If we don't have to film, we don't have to film, but it'll be awesome just to have everyone with us again.
Yeah, it really would. It really would. There's times where I'm just like, you know what, we don't have to film on a certain weekend. I told Kat and Michael and Julius this, where I'm like, there should be times where we can all just come together and hang out. It doesn't have to be about film.
That's the thing. If we think about it through something we have to do, we're just turning people away. We need to have those days where we can just be ourselves without worrying other objectives like, hey, while we're hanging out, let's talk about this. Let's talk about, let's film, or editing, or script writing. That's not how people are, especially if it's once a week we see each other.
Honestly, since Logan, that's exactly how we've always been, kind of...
Once a week.
Yeah. And I mean, it's cool. We just got shit going on now, and it's hard. But, we still manage to try if we can. But if there's any way for us to kind of do more than that, that'd be cool. Okay, yeah. Is there anything else that you would like to talk about? Anything that I missed, or...
I'm just sitting like this.
Oh. But you're good, though? Because
I'm good, yeah.
I just want to make sure you were able to say anything that you wanted to talk about, or if there's anything I missed.
No.
Oh, okay, then.
Well, nothing immediate, actually.
Alright, then. Okay. Well, then... Well-versed, that was everybody now. Gabe...
That was exciting.
That really was. It got dark for a minute. I liked it.
It is what it is.
I liked it. That's what I want to do on here. That's what I'm saying. To address things, to talk about things, to do, to just get shit out of the way so we can move on from it, to own up to things. That's the point of the podcast. That's why I wanted to invite everybody one at a time. Julius was like, you want to bring everybody together? And I was like, no, that wouldn't work, because everybody would be talking over each other. That's not the point.
And in the end, we would be just making jokes. It would totally derail the whole seriousness, the aspect you wanted to bring up.
Exactly, yeah. So that's why I wanted to bring everybody out here one at a time to give their side and anything that they had to say, just to be fair. And let me specify this on this one. I know that I said a lot being forward. I am a forward person. And yes, there is things I should work on for sure. When I'm talking about the crew, please do understand I'm talking about things that are from the past. I'm talking about things that aren't too relevant anymore, right? I'm just talking about things that happened before, but also what has improved now. And yes, I'm talking about criticisms and flaws that are going on now and how people or certain people within the crew should be doing this and that. But just know, that just shows none of us are perfect. We all got our issues. We all got things that we need to improve on. So just know that I'm happy to have done these podcasts. Just know that now that Gabe is here, and thank you for coming on.
Where's my money?
It's up your ass. How about that? Anyways, yeah, Verse. So, Gabe, thank you again for coming on.
Yep.
And to all you guys, just know after this video, I will be making just one more video. Not as long, short, just talking about the podcasts. But this will be it talking about Legit Studios. Like I said in the first one, we were just going to be talking to each and every one of the crew, which is what I did. Honestly, the podcast will be just about anything going on. It could be about news, it could be about gaming, it could be about movies, it could be about anything that's going on. That's the point of these podcasts. So now that I got this out of the way, I'm happy to have done them. I'm really happy for everybody to come on. You know, you guys are my best friends. I love you guys to death. I love you, Gabe. Okay, and with that said, you know, thank you. God, Gabe. Anyways, first, if you like what you saw, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe, hit that notification so you guys can get more. That way you guys can get more videos coming up. Thank you so much for watching the podcast. Yeah, just know this will be it on Legit Studios, like I said. So, Gabe, thank you again, and look forward to the next video, guys. Later.
But the video is about Legit Studios next time. You said this is the last thing about Legit Studios.